The Avengers issue 40 finds Captain America training by using a tree as a boxing bag, knowing how the rest of his team would prepare for a battle and how he likes to warm up his knuckles, thinking of all of the times he has lost, as well as the fights he had before he donned the shield. He remembers the fights he lost to remind himself that underneath the costume and muscle, he's just 98 pounds of chewed bubblegum from the Lower East Side. He knows the day he becomes cocky and careless is the day Captain America dies, as Steve's battle with the Phoenix-powered Dr. Doom begins in the Savage Land, kicking off the first round of the Battle of the Phoenix. As he fights, Steve knows he never takes power for granted, lessons Victor never bothered to learn. Doom demands the Phoenix give him its full power and finish with the tournament, since it will never find a more worthier host than him and they can burn the world together. Steve hits him in the face with his flaming shield as it's revealed Captain America has been given a piece of the Phoenix Force as well, telling Victor that no one is burning except for him. Inside his mind, Steve knows what will he become, if nothing more than the Phoenix now, as earlier at the Phoenix nesting site, Black Panther connects himself up to the celestial base of the Avengers, asking the Phoenix why it has come through the celestial. The Avengers watch the fire entity from aboard the Wakandan helicarriers, with Captain America telling Thor to be ready to call the Bifrost in to teleport the Force out of the area, and Thor knows he could send it to the deepest, darkest, coldest depths of Jotunheim, but the Phoenix will eventually return until she gets what she wants. T'Challa continues to try and question the Force as he's suddenly yanked back by the cord by Namor, who says that the Phoenix wants him since he's the one who called the Force, and once they are reunited, the depths of the ocean will be the only place on Earth that isn't in flames. The Defenders of the Deep are told to keep the Avengers at bay as Namor rushes up the mountain to take the Phoenix for himself. As he climbs the mountain, Wolverine attacks Namor, as in the present, Captain America beats down Dr. Doom. Knowing this power is not right and unlike any that he has had before, he begins to question what he is and what he has become, giving Victor a chance to smash Steve into the ground. Victor grabs Steve's throat, telling him that all the fire will be his. In the recent past, the Avengers battle the Defenders of the Deep across the island as Cap joins Logan in preventing Namor from getting the Phoenix Force. Steve knows the last time the Force arrived on Earth they stood on the same side, and he hopes it's the same with Logan now, and Wolverine tells him not to worry since the X-Men aren't looking for a war, at least not yet. The volcano suddenly erupts as the Phoenix awakens, sending out a call to many people across the world who hear the voice call for them. The Phoenix explodes across the island and many of the heroes and villains down below are taken by the entity. In the present, Victor blasts Cap with his Phoenix power, slamming the man over and over into the ground, and using the dead dinosaur bones nearby to hit Steve deeper. Steve calls out for Sharon as he's defeated and Dr. Doom stands victorious, demanding the Force come to him now. Steve however gets up, but Victor immediately blasts him, telling him that the fight is finished. Steve however bursts from the energy wave as his smaller pre-serum self, smashing Victor in the face as he disappears back into Captain America. Victor notes now that the Force won't let him die, and the Captain will continue to keep rising again and again from his assaults, proving himself worthy with his ability to stay humble. He knows whatever the Phoenix is looking for, it's clearly not what Doom has, so he forfeits the power, teleported away as Steve is returned to a void. Black Panther, Wolverine, and She-Hulk find Steve as he tells the heroes that he won his first battle. Steve knows that thanks to his long life, he knows what victory feels like, and this doesn't feel like it, as Logan knows that this raises some questions, but Namor thinks it only raises one, wondering who out of the heroes the Phoenix has taken is next to battle for the Phoenix Force. The Avengers issue 40 finally kicked off the Enter the Phoenix storyline in grand fashion as Captain America is imbued with the Phoenix Force to fight Dr. Doom. I really enjoyed the way the story was told, alternating between Cap's fight with Doom as well as how we got there, with the Avengers and the Defenders of the Deep and Namor and the X-Men all converging on the island to try and take the Force. Steve's narration of the issue and how he approaches a fight was great, and I loved how he didn't really know what to do once he got the Force, since he never knew power of that magnitude, and it made him begin to question whether he really is himself or he has become the Force itself. It was really great, and it was great seeing him and his never give up attitude kind of fight through that while fighting Doctor Doom. I'm really looking forward to the contest continuing next issue, as well as who will fight for the power next, and if Steve needs to fight again, since at the end of the issue it is kind of implied that he's got to fight someone else and he was in no condition to fight again, so I'm intrigued to see who's going to defeat Captain America. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10.